Attention fans, you have friends and family who want to follow along and can't be here today or live out of town. Well, the game is being broadcast live on YouTube by our best-in-class Atomic TV program. To watch the game, head to youtube.com, search for Atomic TV, and join Mr. Tate Meyer and Ryland Hubbard for all the action. Fans, welcome to the 2024 WIAA Geisa Credit Union 4A quarterfinal baseball game between the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups.
Welcome in, everybody, to Atomic TV's coverage of the 2024 WIAA 4A State Baseball Tournament. Live here from Bomber Field, it's the Richland Regional and the Regional Final between the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups and the Richland Bombers. I'm Tate Meyer alongside my broadcast partner, Ryland Hubbard. Ryland, these two met just a week ago in this exact same time slot. Actually, 3 hours ahead at 1 o'clock. Richland was victorious in the district championship by a score of 7-1. They meet again here with only one bid to state remaining to the Final Four in Geisa, at Geisa Stadium in Pasco.
Pretty similar day to it was last week, and when they played, it was a great game. Bombers came out with a pretty big win there. Looking to repeat that same kind of energy we had coming into that game as we do today.
Gonzaga Prep Bullpups, the number 8 seed, seeded by the WIAA, entering with a 20-6 overall record. The Richland Bombers, the number 1 overall seed, a 24-0 record on the season. Take a look at the 4A State Baseball Championship bracket and give you some results. North Creek advanced. They defeated Battleground up at Eastlake High School. Eastlake plays North Creek here at the 4 o'clock window with their bid to state on the line. Right here at Richland High School, Richland and Gonzaga Prep battling each other for that final bid. In Puyallup, Puyallup defeated Newport 10-0. Camas defeated Moses Lake by a score of 1-0, so Camas plays Puyallup over at Heritage Park. And Bothell defeated Olympia 2-1. Eastmont defeated Tahoma 4-1. Eastmont and Bothell play over at the Regional Athletic Complex in Lacey, Washington. For the 3A seed, no MCC's 3A schools left, as the Kennewick Lions and the Southridge Suns were both defeated in the opening round. The Kennewick Lions defeated at Roy Johnson Field, and the Southridge Suns defeated at Bannerwood over on the west side. Quickly do the starting lineups for both of these squads as we start the 50th annual WIAA 4A state tournament, the first state tournament taking place in 1973. Today is the 50th version. The Richland Bombers hosting a state regional round for the 12th time and the 4th time in a row dating back to 2019. Ryland, let's give us the starting lineups for the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups.
Yeah, and batting 1 for Gonzaga today. Hunter Durr's leading off for them. Batting 2, they got Anthony Karras. At 3, they got Grant Yost. Batting in the cleanup for G-Prep is Jackson Buckner. Batting at 5, they have Luke Brown. At 6, they have Briggs Brandon. 7, they have Jaden Sarto. At 8, they have Connor Wood. And batting last for G-Prep is Jacob Wilson.
Gonzaga Prep is managed by Brian Munhall in his 14th season at the helm of the Bullpups, a 233 and 115 overall record. Gonzaga Prep Bullpups in their 12th state tournament appearance, a 6-11 record, have never been to the Final Four of the state tournament. Their last state tournament appearance before this year was 2016 and lost the opening round to the Wenatchee Panthers by a score of 1-0. The Richland Bombers, headed up by head coach Grant Richardson, his 11th season at the helm of the Richland Bombers. He sports a 179 and 85 record that includes the 2018 4A state championship. The Bombers in their 28th state tournament appearance, 49 and 23 overall record, and 12 state Final Fours to go along with 5 WIAA 4A state championships, the second most in the 4A ranks behind the Newport Knights. They advanced to the state tournament last year as a number 3 seed and entered today as the number 1 seed. Leading off for the Richland Bombers is number 7, Race Reeves. He'll play center field. Batting second, number 17, John Corbin. He'll catch behind the dish. At third, playing in the hot corner, number 10, Chris Daniels. Cleanout spot, the Game 1 starter, now playing first base, Dallas Bennett. Number 5, the 5th batter will be John Simons. In right field, Michael Ravel will play left field. He'll bat 6. Carter Upmeyer will play shortstop. He'll bat seventh. Caden Galloway will designated hit for Alec Ammerman. He will hit in the number 8 hole, and the number 9 hitter, Josh Woodard, will play second base.
Shortstop number 3, Carter umpire. DH number 5, Hayden Galloway. Second base number 4, Josh Woodard. And pitcher number 21, Alec Ammerman. Today's umpires behind the plate is Carl Ramsey. At first base is Corey Bennett. And at third base is Matt Meethy.
So the 2024 WIAA 4A state quarterfinal between the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups and the Richland Bombers is up next. We did both national anthems before each of these teams' opening round contests. So we'll get right to baseball here, live from Bomber Field. Again, the 12th season that Richland has hosted an opening round matchup of the state tournament. Ryland, we have 2 pitchers on the mound today, 1 for each team, as, of course, 1 pitcher for the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups the Richland Bombers have already seen in Luke Brown.
Yeah, no, we saw Luke Brown earlier in the year, and before they put in a relief, Luke Brown was pitching pretty good against Richland. Richland had to face some adversity there. I wonder to see how they come out today. Bats hopefully hotter, especially after last game.
And on the mound for the Bombers, the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups have not seen this man. He is Alec Ammerman, the senior right-handed pitcher, 42 innings pitched, 26 hits, 11 runs, 6 of those have been earned, 16 walks, a 1.00 ERA, and 29 strikeouts.
Number 21, Alec Ammerman.
Again, Dallas Bennett pitched between these 2 schools back last week on Saturday in the district championship. Dallas Bennett pitched to Gem. Pitched 7 innings, gave up only 3, and 1 run across, no walks, 4 strikeouts on 88 pitches. Luke Brown, the last time the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups and the Richland Bombers faced off, through 5 innings, 1 hit, 4 runs, 7 walks, 8 strikeouts on 101 pitches. We got a packed house here at Bomber Field. We got former players aplenty. Brett Jacobs, former managers, his father Ben Jacobs around. Nate Ruane managing the Richland Bombers. Grant Richardson managing the Richland Bombers. Tim Ruane. Richland alumni everywhere watching the 2024 version of the Richland Bombers take on the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups.
Leading out for the Bullpups, catcher number 22, Hunter Durr.
Richland in search of their 13th state Final Four appearance. And Gonzaga Prep in search of their first trip to the Final Four. And just like game 1, the pitcher for each team, the starting pitch total of each inning will be kept in the top right corner of your score bug. First pitch from Ammerman is low for ball 1. 3:58 first pitch, 71 degrees here in Richland. Durr swings through that one as he relays what pitch he is getting to his dugout. And in the dirt and outside for ball 2. Durr, a 380 hitter on the season, 0 for 4 in the first game of the day against the Kent Ridge Chargers. One from Ammerman. Strike on the outside corner. Durr pops that one up to the left-hand side of the infield. Under it is Upmeyer, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Coming to the plate, left fielder number 14, Anthony Perez.
Great piece by Ammerman, and they're going off speed. Durr goes behind it and gets under the ball, popping right up to Upmeyer for his first out of the game today.
Karras now stepping in for the Bullpups. Karras' first pitch swinging. He is a 300 hitter on the year for Gonzaga Prep, one of the leaders in the Greater Spokane League offensively. Fouls that one away, and it's quickly 0-2 on Karras. One high and away for ball one. Ammerman's only appearance this postseason was against the Chihuahua Riverhawks. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Karras softly pops that one up to the right-hand side. Josh Woodard shields the sun and is under it to make the catch for out number 2.
Stepping in, right field number 17, Grant Yost.
Brings up Grant Yost to the batter's box for the Bullpups. Yost, a 296 hitter. That one inside and gets him on the sleeve. And he will head to first base here with 2 down.
First baseman number 20, Jackson Buckner.
Yeah, Emmerman did lead the team in walks this season. He kind of struggled at times. They're trying to put that up and in fastball. Lets it run a little too up into the runners or batter's hands, excuse me. Letting that first runner on for G Prep.
Jackson Buckner now into the box with 2 down. Yost on first. Buckner 342. Check swing. He did not go by the home plate umpire. Swings through that one for strike one, the high fastball on the inside part of the plate.
That's the pitch that Emmerman wanted to go to Yost, first pitch of that AB, which he kind of lost it. Locates it there perfectly.
Off attempt to first, not in time to get Yost. And fouls that one straight back into the netting, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Buckner with 2 out. The 2-2. Strike 3 swinging as Buckner is sat down. Ammerman lets one aboard, but strikes out all the others. And the Bombers will be due up here in the bottom half of the first inning. We come back from Bomber Field.
On the mound for the Bullpups, number 34, Lou Brown.
Welcome back to Bomber Field. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. First steps for the Richland Bombers coming up. They'll face Luke Brown on the hill, just like they did a week ago in the District 8 championship game. Luke Brown on the season, 45 innings pitched, 36 hits, 26 runs, 13 earned runs. 4 of those came from the Richland Bombers last week. 28 walks and 50 strikeouts, a 2.05 ERA.
Leading out for the Bombers, center field number 7, Race Reed.
Race Reed will lead things off for the Richland Bombers. Luke Brown in the postseason, 10 in the third innings pitched, 9 hits, 11 runs, 8 earned, and 12 strikeouts. Reed squares around the bunt, but lets it go for ball 1. Reeves 0 for 4 in the previous matchup. Sorry, the earlier matchup today against the Woodinville Falcons. Squares the bunt again and takes the first strike of the at-bat. Reeves right between the first baseman and the second baseman for a single. That's Bedoin and Buckner at second and first respectively, and Reeves leads off the game with a single.
Stepping in, catcher number 17, John Corbin.
Good to see Reeves get that hit this game, especially going 0 for 4 last game with 2 strikeouts. Struggling to hit. Starts Richland off really well.
John Corbin now stepping in for the Bombers. Corbin catching in this game after Hayden Galloway caught the previous game. 2 pickoff attempts over to first to keep Reeves at the bag. Reeves 7 stolen bases of the Bombers' total 54 on the season. Corbin lays down a bunt right back to the pitcher Brown. He gathers and throws, and just in time to get Corbin at first base, but he moves Reeves over to second.
Coming to the plate, third base number 10, Chris Daniels.
And that brings up Chris Daniels for his first at-bat of this game. 1 for 2 in the game against Woodinville with a 2-run homer to left field. Pickoff attempt, but nobody at second. Daniels off the bottom end of the bat, straight back to Brown. He throws over to Buckner for out number 2.
Now batting, first base number 6, Dallas Bennett.
Brown taking notes of Emmerman to the first inning, going up and in on these righty hitters. Just jams Chris up there.
Jammed Chris, and Chris didn't quite get the bat around enough to make solid contact. So there's 2 down with a runner on second for Dallas Bennett, the game 1 starter. And he pops that one up to the right side of the infield. In to catch it is Bedoin, but he loses it, and Wilson in to make the catch for out number 3.
Do you have a card that shows off your school pride and raises funds?
So Reeves leads things off with a single, but nobody else can muster anything offensively. We go to the bottom or top of the second inning and score tied at 0 here from Bomber Field.
And snag one today. Fans of Dairy Farmers of Washington are proud partners of the WIAA State Championship tournaments. Their generosity assists each participating school and supports the maintenance of student programs like the Smart Choices Scholarships. To learn more about the Dairy Farmers of Washington's involvement in your community, visit WIADairy.com.
Welcome you back to Bomber Field here in the top of the second inning.
Leading out for the Bullpups, pitcher number 34, Luke Brown.
Luke Brown, the pitcher, will lead things off for Gonzaga Prep. We'll face Alec Ammerman on the hill, 16 pitches in the first inning for Ammerman. Swings through the first offering for strike one. For strike two, quickly 0-2 here on Brown. Brown hitting 212 this season, went 1 for 2 in the game earlier today against Kent Ridge. Down in the zone, try to get him to chase. Evens the count up at 2. Swings through that one for strike 3. Ammerman starts this inning off with a strikeout of fellow pitcher Luke Brown.
Just using that off speed to his advantage, going fastball earlier in the count, gets Brown way early on it.
Second baseman for Gonzaga Prep, Briggs Bedoin, in the box. .359 this season. 1 for 3 earlier today against the Kent Ridge Chargers. Went in there for strike 1 from Ammerman. Bullpups 295 hitters this season, 8.2 runs per game. And against the Bomber pitching staff with a .89 ERA and a 148 opponent average. That one fouled off to the right-hand side. Not enough room for Bennett to make a play as it flies out of play. The 2-2. Swinging strike 3. The first 2 batters of this second inning are retired via strikeout for Ammerman.
Coming to the plate, center field number 2, Jaden Sarto.
Ammerman painting that top part of the zone perfectly, making him try to fight for that pitch.
Ammerman adding to his strikeout total this season. There's 3 today and 32 total. Swings around a bunt. Ammerman calls everybody off and makes the catch for out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Bullpups in the top of the second inning. Go to the bottom. Scoreless here at Bomber Field. When we come back here on Atomic TV.
To round the bases, you'll need an expert financial batting coach like Gisa Credit Union. Gisa's education-focused banking empowers students and their families to smash whatever financial challenges come your way. Visit Gisa at gesa.com and learn how to make your money earn more today. Les Schwab is a proud sponsor of the WIAA. Safety starts at Les Schwab, including tires, wheels, batteries, brakes, steering, alignment, and more at leschwab.com. Leading out for the Bombers, right field number 2, John Simons.
Welcome back to Bomber Field. We head to the bottom of the second inning. John Simons leads things off for the Richland Bombers. Scoring around a bunt, taking ball 1 from the arm of Luke Brown. Luke Brown only throwing 7 pitches in the the bottom of the first inning. Simons 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored against Luke Brown last Saturday.
Great breaking ball from Brown there. Started at the top of the zone, throwing Simons off, and just broke right down into the middle of the plate.
Simons fouls that one away to stay alive against Brown. Strike 3 swung through by Simons. And he's retired via strikeout for the first out of the inning. Michael Ravel now stepping in for Richland. Ravel playing left field, starting in left field. He moved to left last game against Woodinville. Ravel 0 for 2, also with a walk and a run scored against Brown last week. Ravel gets a hold of that one to center field. It's Sarto under it to make the catch. So 2 gone for the Bombers here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Stepping in,
Carter Upmeyer to the plate.
Carter Upmeyer.
Scoring around and taking strike 1 is Upmeyer. Upmeyer, the catalyst of the offense in the 1 o'clock game against Woodinville, 2 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, Upmeyer finding the barrel really well on those fastballs, especially that one right up the middle. Scoring an RBI for Richland, which helped us tack on 3 in the 5th.
Two-one count here on the junior shortstop. Breaking ball hits the plate, and it's 3-1 on Upmeyer. Upmeyer to the left side, and bobbling it is Basler. And Upmeyer reaches safely. Sorry, that was Connor Wood. Thought the 10 was an 8 there.
Now batting, DH number 5, Hayden Galloway.
So 1 runner on for Richland with 2 outs.
Yeah, Wood just not really charging that ball, trying to take it off the hop, right off the edge of the grass there, and just goes right under his mitt.
Strike 1 to Hayden Galloway. Galloway batting for Alec Ammerman. Drew his 20th walk and drove in his 20th RBI of the season in game number 1 against Woodinville. Fouls that one off of his leg. And it's 0-2 here on the sophomore. Pitch outside that gets behind Durr, And Upmeyer will take second base on the wild pitch.
Something that Richland did great against Woodinville last game was taking advantage of pass balls, scoring the runners who would advance from that. Maybe we can carry on to this next game right here.
Galloway swings through that one for strike 3, so Richland gets a runner on. Can't advance him past second base, however. The core remains scoreless after 2 innings of play. Come back for the top of the third here from Bomber Field.
Safety checks all of your brakes, battery, alignment, suspensions, and steering. The pros at Les Schwab take your safety seriously. Stop by Les Schwab or visit leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. Download the WIAA Live mobile app for easy access to state baseball brackets, results, streaming info, and more. Download the app at WIAA.com/WIAA Live. Leading up with the Bullpups, third baseman number 18, Connor Wood.
Welcome back to Bomber Field here as we go to the top of the third inning. Alec Ammerman still on the hill for the Bombers. He'll face Connor Wood for the first time. Connor Wood, the Game 1 starter today against Kent Ridge.
Yeah, Wood batting .265 on the season for G Prep this year.
Swings through that one for strike 1 of the at-bat. One in there for strike 2 on Connor Wood. Connor Wood didn't bat last game against Kent Ridge. So fouls that one off into the netting. Check swing, strike 3 called on Connor Wood on the outside corner. And the first batter is retired.
Number 12, Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson into the box for Gonzaga Prep. Gets a hold of that one to right field. Coming in a little bit and then backing up to Simons. He squeezes it for out number 2.
Stepping in, catcher number 22, Hunter Durr.
Hunter Durr stepping in for Gonzaga Prep, the top of the Prep order. Hunter Durr 0 for 1 against Ammerman. Chops that one to the right-hand side. Josh Woodard lets it come to him and flips it to first for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the Bullpups in the top of the third. Come back for the bottom of the third. Due up for the Bombers is Woodard, Reeves, and Corbin.
Latest news, events, and state championship results. Make a difference in the world around you as a soldier in the U.S. Army. Hands-on training, paid education, stability, lifelong bonds. There's no opportunity like it. U.S. Army, be all that you can be. Leading off for the Bombers, second baseman number 4, Josh Woodard.
We'll go back to Bomber Field. We start the bottom of the third inning. Scoreless here from Bomber Field in this state quarterfinal game between the Bullpups and the Bombers. Meeting for the second time in a week. And for the District 8 championship game last Saturday right here at Bomber Field. Woodard stepping in, batting .265 on the season, squares to bunt, takes strike one. Woodard was 0 for 2 against Brown last time around, last week. And this game is scoreless through 2.5, just like it was last week. Woodard gets a hold of that one and puts that one into left field for a leadoff single. So Woodard is aboard to lead off the inning with the top of the lineup up to bat in Race Reeves.
Number 7, Race Reeves.
Reeves led off the game with a single between Bedoin and Buckner on the right-hand side of the infield. Brown stepping off now for a bit. Woodard does have one stolen base this season. Third baseman Wood up way on the grass on the left-hand side, anticipating the bunt from Reeves, which is usually what the Bombers do. See what Reeves decides to do here. Lays it down the first base line, does Race Reeves. Buckner gets it, flips it to first, and Race Reeves is safe at first. Great bunt single down the first base line from Race Reeves.
Beautiful bunt by Reeves, puts it right between the first base and the pitcher there. And Reeves showing off that speed, beats out the tag.
Now batting, catcher number 17, John Corbin.
So 2 runners on and nobody out here in the bottom of the third. John Corbin stepping in for Richland. 0 for 1 today against Brown. 1 for 3 in the game against Woodinville. Squares around to bunt. Ball 1. Hunter Durr tries to throw out Woodard at second, but it goes into the outfield. Not quite far enough for Woodard to take third, but Reeves gets off the bag at first to throw to first to get Reeves back, and then Josh Woodard takes third base. So now it's a first and third situation for John Corbin.
And also heads-up base running by Race Reeves turns into heads-up base running by Josh Woodard. They're taking third.
Corbin, beautiful bunt down the first base line. That will score Woodard on the sacrifice bunt to make the score 1-0 Richland here in the bottom of the third inning.
Talked about it multiple times this year. Richland loves to play small ball. That's exactly what they do there. Multiple bunts this inning to advance the runners, and right there, they do it perfectly, scoring a run here to add the first one in the game.
Now batting, third base number 10, Chris Daniels.
Chris Daniels back up to the batter's box. A runner on second, and he will get the intentional walk. Chris Daniels 1 for 2 in the game against Woodinville, including the 2-run homer in the bottom of the third inning over the left field wall. Second time today, Ryland, he's been intentionally walked.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The second time today that he's been intentionally walked. Definitely scared to pitch to him at the same time. Now they have a force out at every bag except for home. Just playing it strategically.
Dallas Bennett, the MCC Player of the Year, up to bat for the Bombers. He puts that to the left-hand side, fielded by thrown out at second is Daniels, thrown out by Wilson at short, Not in time, though, to get Bennett at first, so Bennett safe on the fielder's choice.
Stepping in, right field number 2, John Simon.
So in steps John Simons with Race Reeves at third and Dallas Bennett at first. Simons 0 for 1 today, 0 for 3 in the game against Woodinville. Gets a hold of that one, pops that one to the right-hand side. Buckner going back into shallow right field, but over to make the catch is Bedoin for out number 3. The Bombers plate 1 on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. Go to the top of the 4th inning. The Bombers with the lead, 1-0.
Across the country for over 40 years. Baden is the standard for quality and craftsmanship, engineered to give athletes the best ball possible. Baden Sports, the official ball of the WIAA. For more information, visit badensports.com. If you want to go to college but you don't want the stress of paying back college loans for years on end, the answer may be the U.S. Army. Get college tuition assistance and learn valuable skills to help you stand out in the career you pursue. That's the Army difference. The U.S. Army. Be all that you can be.
Back to Bomber Fields. We go to the top of the 4th inning after the Bombers plated 1 run in the bottom. An extended conference for the first batter up, Anthony Karras, over by the dugout.
Taking out for the Bullpups, left field number 14, Anthony Karras.
Ammerman threw 3 innings, 36 pitches thrown, as he starts the 2nd time through the Gonzaga prep order. That one popped to the right side of the field. Woodard out, Simons in, and it drops between the two for a leadoff single from Karras.
Now batting, right field number 17, Grant Yost.
Grant Yost into the box for Gonzaga prep as Karras put that ball perfectly between Woodard and Simons in right field. Karras at first base with 6 stolen bases. Pickoff attempt, but no throw over to first to get Karras back. And low and away for ball 1 to Yost. Yost hit by a pitch his first time up. Raising his left sleeve. He gets a hold of that one and puts that one right to Josh Woodard at second base. Woodard squeezes it for out number 1, excuse me.
Yeah, Ammerman just going fastball up and in like he's been doing. Jams Yost up for another for the first out of this inning.
Jackson Buckner.
Buckner back in for the 2nd time against Ammerman, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So Wind starting to pick up here at Bomber Field. Some clouds rolling by to the north of Bomber Field. Buckner fouls that one off into the net, and it's 0-2 here on Jackson Buckner. Aaron off the mound to get Karras back at first. The 0-2 to Buckner. Lazily hit into center field, and over to make the catch is Race Reeves for out number 2.
Yeah, Ammerman just using being ahead of the count to his advantage. Puts that ball a little bit outside, but Buckner has to fight it off, and he just barely puts it in play for an easy out.
Luke Brown back into the box for his second time against Ammerman. Brown 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second inning.
You got it, boys. You got it.
One almost looked like a pitch out, high and outside for ball 2. Pickoff attempt the first time, just a tad late to get Karras at first. Ammerman thought he had him.
Ammerman already almost halfway to the dugout. Thought that he was so confident in having him at first there.
Swinging strike one, excuse me, on Luke Brown.
Light it up. Come on, boys.
First strike here on Brown, 2-1 count. Makes contact with that one, but that will be fouled on the left field line. So Ammerman, Gonzaga Prep hitters making contact, but making weak contact against Ammerman, and he's capitalizing so far.
Especially on that fastball. Most batters have been pretty late, hitting it to the opposite side of the field. Weak kind of contact, as you said.
And Luke Brown swings through that one for strike 3, his second strikeout of the day against Ammerman. So the Bullpups put one on, but can't do anything with it, as the Bombers lead 1-0 heading into the bottom half of the 4th inning. We'll come back right here from Bomber Field on Atomic TV.
Plus, it's locally grown. Most of the turf grass seeds used for our playing fields are grown right here in Washington by farmers east of the Cascades. For more information, visit saferfieldsforall.org.
Welcome back to Bomber Field. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Leading things off for the Richland Bombers, Michael Ravel.
Left number 26, Michael Ravel.
Luke Brown still in the game for the Bullpups. These are efforting scores from around the state of Washington in the 4A ranks. First pitch ball in the dirt from Brown. Over in Olympia, Bothell on top of Eastmont 4-2 in the top of the fifth inning. In Puyallup up 6-0 over Camas, also in the top of the sixth. And in Sammamish at Eastlake High School, North Creek on top of Eastlake by a score of 1-0 in the top of the third inning. All of those 4A state quarterfinal matchups. Winner to the Final Four. .3-0 count here on Ravel. He takes strike one from Luke Brown. Right back up the middle goes Ravel into center field for a leadoff single.
Good to see Ravel get going here early in this game. 0 for 3 last game, yet to record a hit. Sitting on that fastball puts it right in the gap.
Bombers putting the bat on the ball early and making things happen.
Stepping in, shortstop number 3, Carter Upmeyer.
Ravel with leadoff single. Upmeyer in the box for the Bombers. Upmeyer 0 for 1 today. Bunts it down the first base line. Brown gathers and throws to throw out Upmeyer. And Ravel goes to second base safely.
Coming to the plate, DH number 5, Hayden Galloway.
Hayden Galloway now in the box for Richland. 0 for 1 today. Breaking ball and a strike on the inside corner. Ravel does have 7 stolen bases this season. Hunter Durr has a pretty good pop dime behind the plate. As Galloway check swings that one and fouls it away, and it's 0-2 here on the sophomore.
Galloway showing some frustration after check swinging at that. It's kind of like last at bat, he was kind of frozen up by the off speed. He goes 2 here, watches the first one and kind of throws weak contact at the second.
The 0-2 now to Galloway. Time called, not granted. He takes ball 1 outside. That one, strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Galloway strikes out looking.
Now batting, second baseman number 4, Josh Woodard.
And brings up Josh Woodard here with 2 down.
Woodard
the runner on second was Galloway.
Woodard at his first at bat this game, getting his first hit of the first 2 of the games. 0 for 3 in the first, getting his first today.
Ball inside for ball 1. Woodard puts that one into right center field. Coming around third and heading for home is Ravel. And Josh Woodard scores Michael Ravel for the second run of the ball game for Richland.
Yeah, Woodard staying hot. Another line drive base hit, except for this time to right field. Scoring the run, adding to that Richland lead.
Center field number 7, Race Reed.
Great piece of hitting there by Woodard. Back-to-back singles off of Luke Brown. Woodard takes 2, and he will be just in there with a stolen base. The throw by Durr not in time. Woodard with only his second stolen bag of the season.
You got it! You got it!
Breaking ball breaks outside. Ball 2 here on Race Reeves. Reeves 2 for 2 against Brown today. Time called and granted to Reeves. Home plate umpire wants the Gonzaga Prep players back in the confines of the dugout. Race Reeves sitting with the 2-0 count, squares around a bunt, doesn't put it down, and takes ball 3.
Yeah, Reeves looking good in this game. A bunt single and a line drive single, and to right his first 2 at-bats, 2 for 2 today. Getting ahead of the count early could be key for him.
The 3-0, strike 1 on the outside corner. The count runs full here on Race Reeves. That one right back to Brown. Brown bobbles it. Reeves over to first. Not in time as Brown throws out Reeves to end the inning. So Bombers plate one more. They take a 2-0 lead into the top of the 5th inning from Bomber Field. We'll be right back here on Atomic TV.
For the athletes at today's state championship tournament. Attention fans, the pitch count for each pitcher is posted on the scoreboard underneath the at-bat signage. Fans, you looking for something a little salty, a little sweet, or just a treat? The concession stand is open with hot dogs, sausage dogs, nachos, popcorn, candy, and more. Thank you for your support of RHS 9th and 10th grade ASB student councils.
Welcome back to Bomber Field, the 2024 WIAA 4A state quarterfinal between the Bullpups and the Richland Bombers. Briggs Bedoin starting things off for the Bullpups. Here in this 50th state baseball tournament, Bedoin squares around the bunt. Doesn't lay it down, takes strike 1. First started in 1973. No tournaments held in 2020 or 2021. which makes 2024 the 50th annual state baseball tournament here in the state of Washington. Count goes 1-2 on Bedoin. 0 for 1 today against Ammerman. Bedoin fouls that one off to the left-hand side. Beautiful play by assistant coach Nate Ruane. So 1-2 again to Bedoin. Pops that one up to the right-hand side. Corbin going to get it, and he will snag it for the first out of the inning.
Just seems like these Bullpup hitters cannot time up Ammerman right now. Whether behind on the fastball or too early on the changeup, popping it straight up, Ammerman's just been dealing.
Stepping in, center field number 2, Dryden Sarto.
He's been mixing in his different velocities well so far. Sarto in the box for his second trip. Gets a hold of that one to right center field. Over to catch it is Reeves, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down just like that here in the top of the 5th. Connor Wood now stepping in for the Bullpups.
Reeves with a good play in center. The ball kept kind of slicing to the gap, using that speed to time that ball up and make a great play for the second out.
Wood check swing, doesn't go. Evens the count up at a ball on a strike. Wood softly lifted to left field and will drop in between Upmeyer and Ravel. So Connor Wood gets a hit and is on here with 2 outs.
Now batting shortstop number 12, Jacob Wilson.
Again, Ryland, soft contact just like Anthony Karras did the previous inning to right field. Wood does to left field between Upmeyer and Ravel.
One of the things that can be frustrating as a pitcher, because not really much you can do about it. Their batter didn't get much solid contact, but that's just baseball. Puts it right in between Carter or Upmeyer and the left fielder, as you said.
Count quickly goes 0-2 here on Jacob Wilson. Wilson, the number 9 hitter for the Bullpups. 0 for 1 so far against Ammerman. That one on the outside corner, but ball 1 called.
Tough break for Ammerman there. He's kind of been feeding to that side of the zone. The ump has been getting the calls most of the time and goes right back there, and unfortunately doesn't get that call there.
A 1-2. That one hit to right field. Going back a little bit is Simons for out number 3. So 1 hit for the Bullpups in the 5th inning. That's all they can muster. They leave 1 runner on. It's 2-0 Richland as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll go back to Bomber Field as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Bombers will be John Corbin.
Leading out for the Bombers, catcher number 17, John Corbin.
Corbin with a sacrifice with an RBI that scored Josh Woodard back in the 3rd inning. Gets a hold of that one. That's chopped over. Mishandled a little bit by the shortstop. Out at first base is John Corbin. The throw from Wilson to Buckner just in time to get Corbin for out number 1.
Coming to the plate, third baseman number 10, Chris Daniel.
Fans a little unhappy with that call. I think Corbin might have been a little step late there, but out number 1 for G Prep.
Chris Daniels now stepping in for Richland. 0 for 1 with an intentional walk. Wind starts to pick up here at Bomber Field. And 2 straight balls fouled away by Daniels, and it's quickly 0-2. High fastball. Daniels lays off of it. As Brown tried to get him to chase. A breaking ball. Daniels fouls that one out of play. And we'll see another 1-2 pitch.
Looked if Richland had Michael Ravel warming up in the pen there. See if he'll get some action later on in this game.
Probably a precautionary measure. Alec Ammerman only at 62 pitches through 5 innings. Daniels fouls that one away. Brown has tried off speed against Daniels. He tried the high fastball. Daniels pops that one up again over to the right-hand side behind the plate, and not made. The catch not made by Hunter Durr. Ben probably blew it right back over his head.
You could kind of see the ball slice right behind Durr there. Kind of a tough break for G Prep.
So another 1-2 count here to Chris Daniels. And he swings through the high fastball for strike 3. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Coming to the plate, first baseman number 6, Dallas Bennett.
Bennett back in the box for the Bombers. Bennett quickly falls 0-2 to Brown.
Brown kind of finding his rhythm now later on in the game for G Prep.
And it fouls off the high fastball.
But Emmerman pitching such a good side for Richland here. Brown just getting no run insurance.
And one on the outside corner, but called a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Bennett. Bennett chops that one over to Wilson. Wilson gathers and throws over to Buckner in time for out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Bombers in the bottom half of the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Score remains 2-0 Richland. Back to Bomber Field, the 2024 WIAA 4A state quarterfinal between the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups and the Richland Bombers.
Hitting out of the Bullpups, catcher number 22, Hunter Durr.
Leading things off here for the Bullpups is Hunter Durr. Durr wears that pitch from Ammerman, and he is aboard to lead off the top of this 6th inning. And Durr will be courtesy run for at first base. That's Jonah Keller in to run.
Now batting left fielder 14, Anthony Garrett.
And Anthony Karras into the box for Gonzaga Prep. Runner on first is Jonah Keller. 17 stolen bags on the year for Jonah. Karras fouls that one off the handle of his bat on the left field line for strike 1. Karras last time up a lazy single to right field between Woodard and Simons. Swings through that one for strike 2.
You said little bloop single in right field. We've seen a lot of that from G Prep today, kind of that weak contact that's just gotten through the Bomber defense.
No 2 count here on Karras. No out. Jonah Keller gets his lead at first. Pickoff attempt at first, not in time. Karras right back up the middle, and that will drop for a single into center field. Ace Hughes gathers and throws in. And it's first and second for the Bullpups here with nobody out.
Yeah, no outs here for Ammerman. I'm interested to see how he'll approach this. First time facing adversity this game.
Now batting right number 17, Grant Yost.
Karras with 2 hits on the day against Ammerman. 2 of the 3 for Gonzaga Prep. Yost pops that one out to the right field, and that will be an infield fly. For out number 1, Bennett makes the catch.
Stepping in, first baseman number 20, Jackson Buckner.
So Yost is retired, and Jackson Buckner stepping in for Gonzaga Prep. And there's one out for Prep here in the top of the 6th. Buckner fouls that one straight back into the netting. Buckner 0 for 2 today on Ammerman. 1 for 2 earlier today against Kent Ridge. One in the dirt. Corbin blocks it from going behind him, and it's a 1-1 on Buckner. Strike 2 delivered to Buckner.
Now that Emmerman is ahead on this count here, I wouldn't be surprised to see him kind of play a little bit outside the zone, lower in the zone as well, force Buckner to roll over.
The 1-2. Buckner puts that one to right center field, going over to make the catch is Reeves. He does for out number 2, and Jonah Keller takes third. What a play by Race Reeves in center field. Bombers believe that Keller left early, and the umpires saying he didn't. But what a play by Race Reeves to record the second out of the inning.
Yeah, apart from the frustration from that tagging play by G Prep, what a play by Race Reeves there in center. Not only is that saving a run, we don't know if that runner from first could have got across to tie this game. Game-saving play by Reeves in center.
Luke Brown back up for the Bullpups, 0 for 2 today. Facing Ammerman for the first time, or third time. Takes strike 1. Count evens up on the ball in the dirt. Luke Brown pops that one out to the left-hand side. That will fly out of play for strike 2. Pickoff attempt to first. Not in time to get Karras. So 1-2 pitch here to Brown. On the inside corner, called a ball. Evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's about the third time he's wanted a call on the left side of the plate, Ryland, and hasn't gotten it. So now 2-2 to Luke Brown. Swings through that one for strike 3, and the Bombers get out of the jam with no runs across here in the top of the 6th inning. Score remains the Bombers 2, Gonzaga Prep 0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here from Bomber Field. Welcome back to Bomber Field for the bottom of the 6th inning here in this WIAA 4A state quarterfinal between the Bullpups and the Bombers.
John Simon.
Bombers taking a 2-0 lead to the bottom of the 6th. John Simon's leading things off for Richland. Simon's facing Brown for the 3rd time today. 0 for 2 thus far. Brown with only 65 pitches through 5 innings. Breaking ball finds his own. It's quickly 0-2 here on John Simons. John gets a hold of that one in shallow left center field, and it will drop in for a leadoff single.
Great piece of hitting by John Simons there. Falls down 0-2 early in the count there. Makes it pretty tough, but he takes that up and in pitch and barely gets it over the shortstop's head for a base hit.
Now batting, left number 26, Michael Ravel.
With the exception of Race Reeves' leadoff single to lead off the game, there's nothing really been hard hit off of either of these pitchers. It's kind of finding their way into no man's land between the infield and the outfield. So Simons at first with nobody out. Simons has 8 stolen bases this season and goes through 2 pickoff attempts from Luke Brown. Breaking balls outside. 2-0 count now on Ravel. 1 for 2 against Brown today. Ravel is one of 2 Bombers, along with Josh Woodard, to come around and score in the 4th inning. 4th pickoff attempt from Brown over to first. Three straight balls delivered to Ravel. And strike called. Ravel withdrawn through 14 walks this season. And draws the 15th here to lead off the inning. Back up John Simons' single.
Great piece of work by the Richland offense here. Up 2-0, but no lead is safe. Not a very big lead. Hoping to make a little bit of a run here in this last inning. Try to get some insurance for Ammerman in the 7th.
We'll get a mound visit from the Gonzaga Prep coaching staff. It's 73 pitches so far. 48 of those have been strikes. Walked his 2nd batter today against Richland. His 30th walk of the season. So Brown stays in the game, and he'll face Carter Upmeyer with nobody out, runners on first and second.
Now batting shortstop number 3, Carter Upmeyer.
Upmeyer 0 for 1 today with a sacrifice in the 4th inning. again was 2 for 3 against the Woodinville Falcons. Carter squares, but lets strike one go by on the outside corner.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of buns coming from the Richland Bombers. The next few batters, like we talk about all the time, love to play small ball, runners in scoring position, probably looking to advance them.
Squares again, Upmeyer does. That's right back out to the mound. Brown has trouble fielding it. It throws out Upmeyer at first. And the runners move from first and second to second and third, just what Upmeyer was aiming to do. And now pinch hitting for Hayden Galloway is Tanner Ortiz. Tanner Ortiz batting .346, and Ryland had the big 3-run bases clearing double against Grant Yost.
Yeah,
last Saturday.
Put him in a big situation there, bases loaded. Fought that entire at bat and just took that breaking ball in the middle of the plate into the left gap. It was a beautiful piece of hitting. Hoping he can keep that rolling here.
Runners on second and third, only one out. Tanner Ortiz facing Luke Brown for the first time. Then his pinch hit double came against Grant Yost last Saturday. He takes ball one from Brown outside. Infield for Gonzaga Prep in on the grass. Trying to prevent another one from scoring. Breaking ball on the inside. Count runs 2-0 on Ortiz. Fastball in there for strike one to Ortiz. 2-1 count here on the senior. Ortiz fouls that one to the left-hand side for strike two.
Everybody clap your hands.
So 2-2 here on Tanner Ortiz. One out. Runners at second and third. Breaking ball, Tanner Ortiz flies it to left field. Making the catch is Karras. Tagging up at third is John Simons. And getting in the way of the runner is Hunter Durr, but John Simons scores safely. Gonzaga Prep wants a double up on the fly out, but will not get it. And it's 3-0 Richland as Tanner Ortiz, with the sacrifice fly, scores John Simons from third.
That's exactly why they pinch hit Tanner Ortiz in that position. Can always come through with runners in scoring position right there, and he just puts the ball in play exactly like he's supposed to.
And Brian Munhall wants to have a conversation with the field umpire about that situation. I believe Brian Munhall agrees with the field umpire, but in any case, it's 3-0 Richland here in the bottom of the sixth. 2 outs. Josh Woodard at the plate. Michael Ravel still at second base.
Now batting second baseman for Josh Woodard.
Woodard 2 for 2 today against Luke Brown. having some problems with pitch comm on the back of Hunter Durr's gear. The 0-1 to Woodard. Another breaking ball. That one finds the zone, evens the count up at a ball and a strike. Woodard chops that one to the left-hand side. Fielded. Fair ball. Safe at first is Josh Woodard. A lazily thrown ball from Connor Wood at third over to first, not in time to get Woodard. And Woodard is aboard first and third with two out here for Race Reeves.
You can see him kind of shaking off that leg there. I think Ravel, kind of smart play, slid into the third baseman a little bit there, messing up that throw.
So Woodard 3 for 3 on the day against Luke Brown. Brings up the number 1 hitter for the Bombers in Race Reeves. Reeves 2 for 3 on the day. Reeves squares around. Woodard goes to second, and a fake throw by Hunter Durr lets Woodard go to second. Durr wanting to draw Ravel off a third, but Ravel not falling for it. A high fastball. Good effort there by Durr to get a hold of it. So 2-0 count here on Race Reeves. Strike on the inside part of the plate. A long wait from Brown. Thought Reeves might call for time, but stayed in and took the strike in the inside corner. 2-1 now on Race. Reeves fouls that one off into the mitt of Durr. Durr can't quite hold it, but a foul ball nonetheless. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Race Reeves. 2 down and 2 runners on. A 2-2 to Reeves. In the dirt. Count runs full.
Reeves most likely sitting fastball here. He's 2 for 3 on the day against Brown. Really seeing the ball well out of his hand. Wouldn't be surprised to see him put this ball in play and tack on some extra runs for Richland.
Runner at third is Ravel. Runner at second is Woodard. Reeves faces the 3-2 from Luke Brown. And Reeves watches strike 3 go by. And the Bombers will head to the top of the 7th with a 3-0 lead. When we come back to Bomber Field here on Atomic TV. Welcome back to Bomber Field. We go to the top of the 7th inning in this 2024 WIAA 4A state quarterfinal between the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups and the Richland Bombers. Alec Ammerman remains in the game. He will face off against Bedoin, Sarto, and Wood.
Second baseman number 3, Greg Bedoin.
Ammerman at 78 pitches through 6 innings. Bedoin 0 for 2 against Ammerman so far today with a strikeout. And strike evens the count up at a ball and a strike on Briggs Bedoin. Bedoin gets a hold of that one and puts that one into right field for a leadoff single.
We've seen Prep get a couple bloop singles this game, kind of getting their first real hit off Ammerman there, just barreling that into right field. Hopefully Ammerman can dial back in, not let this turn anything worse.
And we'll get a pinch hitter from Gonzaga Prep. Pinch hitting for Sarto is Mikey Funaro. Played third base in their game against Kent Ridge earlier today. Funaro flies that one to right field. In to grab it is Simons, and he can't come up with a catch. It'll drop for a single. And that's back-to-back runners reaching for Gonzaga Prep. Now Connor Wood will step in for Gonzaga Prep. We'll get a pinch runner at first base.
Entering the game at first base, number 2, Jaden Sarto.
Jaden Sarto will re-enter the game to run for Mikey Funaro. Wood 1 for 2 against Ammerman today. Wood pops that one straight up into the infield, foul territory. And John Corbin makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 down, 2 runners still on for Gonzaga Prep. Jacob Wilson into the box for the Bullpups.
Jacob Wilson.
Wilson 0 for 2 in today's game. Goes ahead of Ammerman here 2-0. Started this at bat. That one fouled over the press box for strike 1. Low in the zone, 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Jacob Wilson.
Yeah, Ammerman trying to paint that left side of the zone like we've been talking about all game. Hasn't just really been calling it much and doesn't get the call there.
And one in there for strike 2. Count runs full here on Jacob Wilson. That one lazily back up the middle. Upmeyer grabs it, throws over to first in time for out number 2.
Good putt by
Brings up the leadoff batter for the Bullpups in Hunter Durr with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, good play by Upmeyer there. Tough chopper in the short part of the infield there and gets a strong throw to first. 1 out away.
Durr flies that one to center field. Back to get it is Reeves, and he will make the grab for out number 3. And your Richland Bombers are going back to the Final Four for the first time since 2022 and for the 13th time in program history.
Fans, at this time we'd like to recognize the achievements of today's competitors. The WIAA commends each participant for their athletic achievements as well as their sportsmanship. The sportsman we'd like to recognize from Gonzaga Prep is number 22, Hunter Durr. Hunter, your medal is at home plate.
As the sportsmanship medallions are handed out, Alec Ammerman receiving it for the Richland Bombers. 7 innings pitched, Ryland, a complete game shutout in the regional final to advance the Bombers to the Final Four.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about there. Doesn't get much better than that. 7 inning complete shutout for Ammerman.
Today's quarterfinal game.
The Bombers improve their record to 25-0 as they head to the Final Four at Geisa Stadium in Pasco. They will play at 12:45 on the 24th.
On a great season for the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups.
Richland wins their 50th state tournament
And a
game.
big hand for the Richland Bombers as they move on to play in the semifinals next weekend. For more information and results from today's action, visit WIAA.com/baseball. Have a safe trip home, and we will see you next weekend at Geisa Stadium.
Great game by Alec Ammerman, Ryland, and the Bombers put together 1 run per inning for those 3 innings, and they made it work down the stretch against a really good pitcher in Luke Brown.
And we've been talking about it all year long. Richardson and this Bomber offense love to play small ball, and that's exactly what we saw here today from Richland. A lot of bunts, a lot of walks that led to a lot of runs for the Bombers this game. Only 3 runs, but it didn't matter when Alec Ammerman goes out there and just pitches like he did today.
Alec Ammerman was certainly dealing and gets the job done for the Bombers. The Bombers will take on the winner of the East Lake Wolves against the North Creek Jaguars. That in the end of the 5th inning, North Creek with a 6-1 lead over East Lake at the end of the 5th inning over at East Lake High School. So the Bombers get it done, advance to their 13th state Final Four in their 28th state tournament appearance, and will battle the winner of East Lake and North Creek next Friday at 12:45 p.m. over at Geisa Stadium. Atomic TV is privileged to have you along all season. here on our YouTube channel. We appreciate you tuning in and supporting student broadcasting all season long. It will be an Atomic TV production live from Geisa Stadium on the NFHS network. Tune in if you can't make it over to Geisa Stadium and watch the Bombers in their 13th state Final Four in pursuit of hanging their 6th state championship banner on the left field wall. For Ryland Hubbard, I'm Tate Meyer. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, and always go Bombers.